Now at 6, a group of citizens are asking the state auditor to investigate the hiring practices of the city of Carthage. Plus, why an oil refinery in Coffeyville, Kansas is agreeing to pay $23 million in a settlement. And how you can protect your family from carbon monoxide poisoning this winter.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Some Carthage, Missouri residents are questioning the city administrator's employment. This is KOAM News at 6. I'm Elise Snowy. KOAM's Amber Jenkins spoke to the resident that filed a complaint with the Missouri State Auditor's Office.
Now, I think that there was an issue. Many of the council members at the time, they were not informed of what the process is for hiring the city administrator, and they didn't realize that that was a requirement.
After going through council minutes, resident Bill Punham says he realized that the city administrator, Greg Dagnan, does not meet the residential requirement of living within city limits. Punham believes that Dagnan's hiring is against Carter's charter because the council didn't vote to waive the requirement.
Well, the solution was just to declare the office of city administrator vacant, and then to have a reapplication and do it according to the city code.
Dagnan has lived outside of the city limits since his time as police chief. The city attorney says the city council's action of hiring Dagnan for employment waived the residential requirement.
The person that was the chair of the hiring committee did ask the city attorney, hey, do we need to make 2 separate votes here since we know Greg lives outside the city? And the city attorney said, no, if you hire the guy, you're pretty much saying that you're okay, that he is qualified and where he lives is fine.
Another concerned resident says the city administrator has overstepped role responsibilities.
And it appears that we have a situation where the city administrator is functioning much more like a city manager and has been given responsibilities by the mayor that go beyond the definition of the role.
Our charter is very clear that we're a mayor-strong city, and then the mayor delegates whatever power to me that he wants me to have, and we've got a great working relationship, so I think that I'm doing everything appropriately.
The city council clarified with Punham that the hiring process of the city administrator was legal. Punham then filed a complaint with the Missouri State Auditor's Office.
And we believe that there will be a response from them directed to the city to ask them for additional information.
This way. He emailed me a copy of it. I've seen what he complained about, but I have not heard from the state auditor. So,
reporting in Carthage, Amber Jenkins, KOAM News.
Coffeyville Oil Refinery settles a lawsuit for illegal pollutants. The EPA and Justice Department announced today that Coffeyville Resources Refining and Marketing will pay more than $23 million for violations related to illegal emissions of pollutants from 2015 to 2017. Those pollutants including more than 2,000 tons of sulfur dioxide. Chief Meteorologist Doug Hetty joins us with the first look at weather.
Well, of course, it's been another wet one for us today. We had the rain really settle in yesterday, last night, and then periods of rain all day long for us today, and we're still seeing it. The roads are wet. Looking outside in Joplin, Pittsburgh also, temperatures chilly too. Most of us are into the mid to upper 40s, and we're going to continue to drop off as we go through the overnight hours. Breezy northeasterly winds. This makes it feel even a little bit cooler than what it actually is. And you can see our next little band of showers kind of pushing through. Everybody's not getting rain on the radar. You're at least getting a little bit of drizzle out there. But we do have some light showers which are working off toward the east. So it's going to stay wet as we go through the evening hours. This is the backside of the storm system. So we are coming out of the system and we'll start to dry out a bit over the next day or two. But wet through the evening. We're going to look at travel forecasts across the nation here in just a bit.
All right, thanks, Doug. People across the 4 states are relying on food banks to have something to eat this holiday season. To help, we're hosting a drop-off event at Ron's Supermarket in Pittsburgh as part of our Feed the 4 States campaign. This is a live look at our setup. If you want to help, just bring by non-perishable food items to donate.
We have seen an incredible increase in the demand and need for food insecurity and hunger relief services in our community.
You have until 7 if you want to donate in person. You can also donate money through our website, KOAMnewsnow.com. That money will benefit area food pantries. 2 men and a teenager died from carbon monoxide poisoning in Kansas City homes last week. It's a reminder of how dangerous the gas is and how quickly it can kill. Charmel Odell shares with us what you can do to keep your family safe.
This is a carbon monoxide detector, and it's only about $10 to $20. However, officials say having this small device might just save your life. Many gas-powered appliances can generate carbon monoxide, and if it leaks, it can be deadly. Charcoal grills and generators also put off carbon monoxide. Last week, 3 people died after a generator being used indoors filled their home with high levels of gas. You can't see or smell carbon monoxide. You'll need a detector to know it's in the air.
It could be a difference in life and death, just like any smoke detector or carbon monoxide detector. And so we want to make sure that they're working and in place and we have them installed properly.
Now, symptoms include headache, dizziness, upset stomach, and confusion. If you suddenly feel any of those, get out your home immediately and call for help.
Coming up, how a local gaming business is using Black Friday to keep up with the big chain stores. Plus, how an alternative school in Missouri is making sure students stay enrolled and educated. Black Friday is a big time for businesses big and small, but for some local businesses, it's a chance to gain some ground on the chain stores. We spoke with officials at Gameco in Joplin about how they prepare for Black Friday. They say it's important to focus on the current gaming trends to make sure customers get the deals they are looking for. An old school program in Missouri is proving to be a workhorse when it comes to keeping certain kids in school. Joe Hickman has more on that story.
From additions to their high school and early childhood education buildings to converting the old Fasco Industrial Complex into a state-of-the-art innovation center that helps students get better prepared for their job careers, the Ozark School District is constantly working on ways to improve the learning experience. And newly located to the old Fasco building is a low-profile program that's been around since 2007, the Finley River Alternative School, that serves about 50 of the 1,800 high school students in the district.
One of the fallacies that people have about alt school is it's where bad kids are sent.
Now in her 32nd year in education, Constance Leonard is the director of the Finley River School, where students may end up for a variety of reasons, such as if they've underperformed academically, displayed social, emotional, or behavioral issues, been victims of other behavioral problems such as bullying, been a high risk for dropping out, or displayed a need for individualized instruction.
They come with all those problems and they can be fine one day, but because of all those things, the next day, they may be completely unable to learn. So you have to be able to carry that burden as a classroom teacher.
I suffered a lot of depression, anxiety.
Rainey Tabor is a junior at Finley River, whose dragon slippers represent the comfort she feels at a school that has a kitchen, quiet room, and small class sizes for more individualized attention. The same courses are taught here, but there's a different feel than the main high school, where Rainey was getting all Fs. Now, except for one B, she's getting all A's.
When you walk in the high school, you get judged. That's all you feel is judgment, eyes everywhere. When you walk in here, it's just love, care for. It's just so different.
Making someone feel heard, seen, valued, then you find that path to success. And it's messy, and it's not clean.
I was in a really hard place in my life. I struggled with a lot of things. So coming here really changed my life. I didn't think I was going to graduate school, but now I get to graduate early, and I get that time and that care finally with my teachers.
We do strive to make sure every student knows we meet you where you're at.
Since its inception 16 years ago, Finley River has helped over 200 students get their high school degrees, including a record 29 last year. It isn't always pretty.
It's cutting to the chase, and we talk about bad things of this isn't acceptable and here's why.
But the overall graduation rate is
over 99%. Once we have you, we are going to do everything we can to get you across that finish line.
A little later, another Northeast High School softball standout signs to continue her career in college.
Plus, it's been raining on and off all day long. How long is it going to stick around? We're going to look at that coming up. Well, it turned out to be a dreary one for us today. It's still dreary outside. It's good evening. Stay in, watch a little bit of Monday Night Football. Of course, the Chiefs are going to be kicking off here in about an hour or so. And it's been raining up there in Kansas City as well. Nice shot. We are looking downtown Joplin. This is our Cornell Arts and Entertainment Complex. Looking off toward the north and to the east, of course, visibility a little bit on the low side as well. All right, rainfall amounts. At the airport in Joplin, only 0.2 of an inch since midnight. With the whole storm system, 3/4 of an inch. And that's kind of where most people have been sitting with this whole system. 3/4 of an inch upwards to about 1.25 inches has kind of been the average. Where you see the greens, everybody's picked up at least an inch. And then lighter amounts really from Pittsburgh, Joplin, Neosho, back through northeastern Oklahoma, where those amounts are about 1/2 inch to 1 inch of rain. But we still have a little bit more heading in. And these are light showers rotating through, and this is on the back side of the system. But you can see these showers where you see a little yellow. That is showing us a little bit heavier, but from Chanute, just west of Pittsburgh, Parsons, and then these stretch down into northeastern Oklahoma. Once you get into southwestern Missouri right now, we're just dealing mainly with a little bit of drizzle across the region, but light on and off showers will continue as we go through the night. Here's the back side of the system that is going to rotate through, and then the rain will start to cut off a little bit. All right, let's move to 9:30. Showers, mainly on the Missouri side, continuing showers. Here's 1 o'clock in the morning, and then starting to fall apart. So by 4, 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, most of us should be dry. Now, we're still going to get a few random showers popping up tomorrow afternoon at the very back side of the system, but overall, a drying trend. Mid to upper 40s, so it is chilly. Just kind of looks nasty outside. 49 northwest winds at about 5. Visibility is down due to, of course, the on and off showers. And also, it's been windy. We've had these northeasterly winds kicking in all day long at about 10 to 15. These winds are going to stay breezy tonight. Into tomorrow, we'll have gusts 20 upwards to 30, and then finally by Wednesday, they'll start to calm down just a little bit. All right, so rain tapering off for us tonight. We'll start the day with a lot of clouds, mostly cloudy skies tomorrow, but here's the noon hour. You can see, especially on the Missouri side, a few random showers trying to pop up. It's going to be chilly enough in the upstairs of the atmosphere, maybe even a flake or two of snow will try to mix in. And then we clear out tomorrow evening. We drop upper 20s for overnight lows to start Wednesday. And then Wednesday afternoon looks okay, upper 40s to near 50 degrees. All right, day planner for you tomorrow. A couple showers early in the afternoon. High temp of 48. If you are traveling Wednesday's a big traveling day, you get sunshine and temperatures right around 50. Let's go into Thanksgiving. A lot more clouds, but still dry. Upper 50s for highs, and mostly cloudy skies, but it looks like a pretty good Thanksgiving. All right, 48 tomorrow, 50 on Wednesday, 58 on Thursday. Black Friday, a little bit cooler at 51, and then some showers, maybe mixing with a little bit of rain snow mix as we go into the weekend, which we'll deal with here in a few days.
Sounds good. Thanks, Doug.
You bet.
Well, still ahead, Northeast Arma High School holds a signing day for 2 softball players. And the Galena boys basketball team puts in the finishing touches ahead of their season. Brock Baldridge will have those stories and more next in sports.
The Kansas City Chiefs return home tonight after their long bye week for one of the bigger matchups of the NFL season as Monday Night Football once again returns to Arrowhead. Chiefs versus Eagles tonight, a rematch of Super Bowl 57. Little stat here, head coach Andy Reid has never lost to his former team. Reid is 4-0 all time when facing the Eagles. So history gives the Chiefs a little advantage there. Chiefs and Eagles are set for kickoff tonight at 7:15. We'll have a final score update for you tonight at 10. The Galena Bulldogs boys basketball team is coming off one of their most successful seasons in school history. Galena went into the Kansas Class 3A state tournament with an undefeated record, and now the Bulldogs had to find a way to replace all that production they lost from last year's senior class. Bulldogs got after it in practice on Monday morning. Galena is aiming for their 5th straight sub-state title. Last season, Galena finished in 4th place in the Class 3A state tournament. The team is getting ready for their jamboree tomorrow night in Northeast Arma. And with all those seniors leaving the program, this season could be a work in progress.
It's a whole new group this year, so it's going to be. I think this year is going to be a work in progress as we go. We know we've got some talented kids back. They just haven't had varsity minutes with the group of seniors we had last year. So it may take us a little bit of time to gel together because they haven't had those minutes. But we've got some good kids back. So
we got a lot of guys coming up. A lot of people that didn't play much last year, but they worked hard over the summer, and a few new guys. You guys moved in. But mostly the core players that were younger last year are going to step up and play well for us.
Well, the Northeast Arma Vikings have had signing days in back-to-back weeks now for a couple of their softball players. Last week, Shelby Underwood signed with Crowder College, and this week, Lexi Arnell signs with Independence Community College. Lexi Arnell has officially signed and is off to Independence Community College to be part of the Pirates softball team as a catcher. And get this, she didn't start catching until she got into high school, and a lot of that had to do with her teammate, Shelby Underwood, who convinced Lexi to catch for her. Shelby signed with Crowder Community College as a pitcher last Monday. Underwood comes off a season as a junior where she led the Vikings with a 1.24 ERA and 113 strikeouts.
I've always dreamed about this as a little kid, and I want to play at the next level. So the opportunity is a really great job. I'm really excited to play for Crowder also because on my visit there, I loved it, fell in love with it.
I really liked the small town feel of Independence. It reminded me of home, and I really wanted to play at the next level because it's always been a dream of mine since I started playing softball competitively, and it's always just been something I dream of.
Kansas Jayhawks are in Hawaii tonight for the annual Maui Invitational, except this year, instead of the Maui tournament, well, they're relocated into Honolulu due to the Maui wildfires that happened in the last recent months. Kansas Jayhawks are going against the host of the tournament, the Chaminade Silver Swords. Kansas comes in as the #1 ranked team in the country once again in the latest AP Top 25 poll. Tip-off is set for 8 p.m. Central Time. We will have a score update right here tonight at 10. Look for sports. We're back after this.
Here's a look at what's coming up on KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. We'll check out the ribbon cutting of a new indoor conference space in Chanute, plus how the U.S. Department of Transportation is trying to head off any holiday travel nightmares this year. And Iceland is bracing for a volcano to erupt, with one town's residents expecting to be away for months. Those stories and a lot more tonight on KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. We'll find a look at the forecast.
Yeah, it doesn't actually look that bad because we are going to dry out a bit over the next couple days. Temperatures are going to be chilly. Still a random shower for us tomorrow. 50 on Wednesday, which is chilly, but Thanksgiving itself pushing 60, so not too bad. Another system by this weekend.
Well, sounds good. Thanks, Doug. And I know everyone keeps saying that it's the Super Bowl matchup today, but I think they could be doing it this year for the Super Bowl as well.
They might be, especially with a lot of Chiefs fans and Kansas Jayhawk fans. They're going to need 2 televisions tonight, KU on one and Chiefs on the other. I think that could be the case for both of you two.
Absolutely. I know I will be looking out for the Jayhawks to pull out a win.
Yes.
Well, that's our time for tonight. Thanks for watching. We'll be right back at 10. Thanks for making us part of your night.